According to the United Nations, there are approximately 1.2 billion young people between the ages of 15 and 24 worldwide, making up 16% of the global population. This represents a significant demographic group with the potential to contribute to social, economic, and political development. Another study by the European Commission revealed that only 35% of young people in the European Union feel that their voices are heard in the society that they live in, which suggests a need for more opportunities for youth participation and engagement. However, in less developed countries, there are even fewer opportunities to get involved and for the youth to get involved. Therefore, there is a lack of quality representation of the youth in important social and political processes. The youth doesn't wait around. It often takes things in their own hands and starts fighting for their own rights. How is this achieved? Is it necessary to make some sacrifices, and which ones? Let's hear it from Lazar. In this episode of YouthSquad, we will talk about how he took things in his hands and how he takes his dissatisfaction to the streets, and how he on certain occasions also speaks to decision makers directly. And he is what I would describe a change maker. So, hello Lazar, how are you?
Hello Maria, thank you very much for this introduction. And I can say that I'm good. It can be better, but yeah, I'm really satisfied. So how are you?
I'm doing great actually, because I get the chance to speak with you. And when you said that there's a potential to be better, what did you think with that? Like, did you mean in general with the world, or you personally?
I see the way I see changing the world is by changing myself. So if I'm better myself, then after that the world can be better. But of course, there is some direct approaches that the world can be better. But when I say that I'm good, but it can be better, I'm referring to myself at first and other, so.
This was a very, very beautiful response. I really like it. I think the person that, lives and does something in a certain society definitely affects how that society functions. So it's definitely connected, and we need to take care of ourselves in order to take care of the community that we are a part of. So what does youth participation mean to you in general? This is like a very general question, but I'm very interested to hear how you define youth participation.
So youth participation is making one step forward. When you're in some position that it's okay, but it can be better, and you kind of gather all the courage and motivation that you can have, and you make this step forward into this unknown, field, I could say. So that's kind of the most, that's not a concrete answer, but that's how I started. I started with myself. I was in my comfort zone for a very long time, and I haven't tried anything new, and etc. And I wanted to do something, wanted to change something, and I didn't know what it is or how to start or anything. So I took a small step, and it led me today to speak with you and everything else that I did. So youth participation means that you can get to this position that you're not really comfortable anymore, and that you can see that you can grow, and you kind of see the way that this growth can go, but you don't see anything else. So you kind of jump into it, and that's a really kind of brave move, because it's unknown. Everything or anything can happen, but you still did it, and you never know where will it lead you.
I really like the point that you made. I mean, you didn't make it directly, but that's what I understood. Like, you got to feel uncomfortable in order to make change. You can't make change from your comfort zone, and there's no way that you can do it from the comfort of your bed. You actually gotta, grab something big and do something radical in order to create change and some movement, and so on. So how old were you when you started when this happened? When you what you just mentioned, when you started feeling uncomfortable?
It was like 1 year ago, I can say.
Mm-hmm.
That was so recently, but 1 year ago I took this step forward, but I felt kind of bad and uncomfortable many years before, but it was kind of a long process for me to see who I am, like an individual, who I am in this society, in this world, what I want to be and how to get there. Because when we are kids, you have all sorts of dreams, what you want to be and everything. And there was point that I realized that if I want to become that person that I imagined, like when I was a kid, it's the process for becoming this person needs to begin now, because if now I don't become that person, you never know will it happen, in the future. So I saw this like for the last chance for me to become, this person, and many other things kind of collided, into that concrete moment, and I just made the leap of faith. And it's scary every day. It's really, really scary. But on the other side, I don't know words to describe how beautiful, wonderful, exciting, and everything this path is for me. So yeah.
Well, that was inspirational, but that's exactly what I expected from you. You always give off that energy, that's inspiring others and so on. But you also mentioned something that really stuck with me now. I said that you had to get to know yourself first in order to, start changing. And I think that's beautiful and really crucial also, because I think we have to know ourselves in order to you can only know others as deeply as you know yourself. So definitely, to become an active participant of the society, we have to get to know ourselves first, and that's really important. So within this 1 year, have you thought about how this has changed you further? Like, okay, you got to know yourself until that point, you felt uncomfortable, you wanted to change something, and then this 1 year of activism happened to you, and active participation and so on. How did that change you? How did that shape you, for the better or for worse?
I think for the better, definitely for the better. And it changed my whole perspective of life, because, of course, I got a lot of knowledge, education. I met a lot of young people that are really kind of inspiring to me and motivating me to move on, to go to another step. And but the most important thing is that it showed me another path. I didn't know before that this path even existed. But when I took this step forward, the whole new kind of path in life opened to me, and that was kind of crucial, because before that, I had a specific, how can I say, a view of a life, that's how it works, and what is the all relationships between people exist, and how it's working and everything. But when I started doing that, it opened my view, because before that I never really thought that there are people that can understand me. I was before everything, I was like a philosopher, and at first, it's really interesting for everybody, but at some point it becomes boring or something, and they don't want to listen me anymore. He's a philosopher, don't listen to him. He has many theories and everything. But when I started, doing this, it gave me opportunity to meet many different people that actually accepted me the way I am, and that was really kind of big for me, because this philosophy of mine wasn't anymore just a philosophy. That was really good theories, a really good way of living that exists in other lives, and that I'm not alone anymore in the world. I'm not this kid who wants to change the world, who wants to, I don't know, write poems or stories and change the world and everything. When I was on the first camp, I was sitting there, and for me it was kind of revelation that somebody really asked me questions and really listened. And there was like, wow, that's really great. And after that, every project I worked on, there were people that thought that's a really good idea, go with that and everything. So that's kind of the way that my life, was changed by this youth activism. And of course, there is many different occasions, many how can I say, many activities and everything that changed me, because I learned a lot. I connected with people, and now I am even more motivated, because it's much easier to fight the battle if you're not alone.
That's definitely true, and getting a sense of community is definitely something that can be a big driving force to change and to react and to feel empowered to do anything basically in life. And I think if we are connected to others, definitely can be a strong power and strong force that's making us move and making us change the things that make us uncomfortable. So what happens when you gather a couple of friends and you go out to the streets? Like, what does it look like? Do you feel connected with people on protests? Do you feel like you're fighting the same battle, or do you maybe feel like you are not, but it's still okay because you are on the same side?
I think I don't know that there is the words that can describe that feeling, but I will try my best to transfer that to you, because when you are there, that was kind of like a month ago. It was my first time and everything. Before that, I kind of just saw people doing this and that, and for me it was okay, but not for me at that moment. But now it kind of happened for me really unexpected. It was like unexpected journey, someone said we are going, and I was like, okay, it's interesting, why not? And I wasn't sure why I am there and everything, but I had this feeling that whatever this is, it's good for me, because I'm surrounded by the people that I trust, the people that kind of I believe in and everything. So I followed them. But once you get there, it's kind of magic, because you're someone would say, well, what are you doing there? You're just walking, or I don't know, you're trying to do something, and this doesn't make any sense, and you won't change anything and everything. But for me, this is kind of, you feel that energy, when you're around the people that you don't know these people, there are a lot of people, and there's no way, to know all of them and everything, but you have the same goal, you have the same motivation. You are doing that, and for me, that's crucial, because I saw that in a way that my first this walk, to change something was by rain. It was raining. All of us were wet, and all were umbrellas and everything. And you're kind of trying to get somewhere, but you can't because there are a lot of people. And my friend and me tried to find another friends, and you're kind of trying to go through this crowd of people, to sneak or something, so that you don't hurt someone or something. But it's raining, umbrellas and everything. It's necessary, for someone to kind of hit it, or I don't know, to poke it with umbrella or something. But all of these people, there wasn't any kind of negative emotions. No one was like, what are you doing? Look, where are you going? Everyone was, yeah, cool. It's cool. Don't worry. And for me, that was kind of revelation, because, that's energy that I want to surround myself all the time. We have the same goal. We know where we are and what are we doing. And everything is kind of in that way compatible, with us. And there is no way that in whole this situation something, how can I say, bad can happen, or something can go wrong, because that's that kind of energy. And the most interesting thing for me, that there is no age, there is no gender, there is no nationality. We are all one. And for me, this unity is the most important thing, because as we said before, when you are there, you are part of community, and it's not any community. It's community that you chose, and community that chose you. And when I had my first walk, I after that I was already planning, okay, so what are we doing next week, and next, and another, and you're meeting a lot of people. You are, because it's really kind of comfortable environment, besides all that crowd and noise and everything. And at some point you're kind of meeting people that you're kind of supposed to meet, but you never thought that it would happen that way. And from that there was born some great ideas that I really can't wait to share with the world, or to try it like a mechanism to change my environment first, and after that everything that I can reach.
Wow. And what are the topics that you and the community you are part of, meaning the people that you go out to protest with? What are the main topics that you find the most important, that are the triggers for you?
Well, now, for my near environment, ecology is the main trigger. But for the whole situation, it's politics, the way this politics works. And I kind of don't like it. Okay, we have good mechanisms, but they are not working. And when something that big, that something that's on top of everything, I said ecology, but when you're talking about politics or different policies or something, they're on top of everything. And you can talk after that about ecology, about health, about, I don't know, education or everything. But if the top is, or the root is bad, everything after that is kind of corrupted. So in these situations, that's kind of the main thing. But every one of these individuals have that's something that's kind of bothering them. From my town, it's kind of ecology and health. From some other towns, it's maybe educational system and that kind of thing, violence and everything. But there are many different topics. But today, now, it's kind of politics and how it's all functioning or not functioning the way it should.
Yeah, but also, ecology, safety, security, health, these are all, regulated through politics and through policies that decision makers create. And my question for you is, have you ever talked to a decision maker directly? And if you didn't, what would you say?
I did. That was kind of great privilege for me, and I haven't expected it. I had something that I don't know any other country can, be proud of. I was a part of dialogue with Prime Minister, and it was really great experience for me. At first, the process, when you start something and you think that you're not good enough for that because it's really a big step forward, and you're learning through this process that actually there is something in you that is good, and there is a way through this mechanism that you can change something, that you can influence on something. Because because before that I thought, okay, dialogue with prime minister, dialogue with I don't know, some mayor of town or city, okay, that is good, but can you really make a change, or something? But when I started this process, by the end, I really saw how every individual can impact its near community and the whole, spectrum, of some kind of people and territory and everything. Because during this process, I learned a lot, and whether this concrete prime minister heard us or not, there are many other people that heard that, and I connected with many different people, and we continued to work on these issues after that dialogue. So, but when that happened, that manifestation, I was nervous. I wasn't sure. The night before that, I haven't had the prepared speech. Everything was like some scramble. I don't know. It was kind of messy. But when I made the step, the step forward, when I was near the microphone, when I was all eyes on me, I had all eyes on me, something changed. Like, my perspective changed, because I'm there for a reason. And okay, there is a way that I'm here to represent myself, but there is on a much bigger scale. I'm here to represent all the people in our country, And for me, that was kind of big, and there wasn't a space for me to be, for me to kind of left my courage on or bravery or something, to be scared and everything. For me,
insecure or anything.
yes, because before that it was kind of trembling and everything. But when I stood there and when I looked Prime Minister and other ministers in the eyes, there was something in me that told me, okay, this is your moment, but not your moment alone. This is moment for all the youth that you are representing. And whether Prime Minister heard us or not, after the dialogue, there was many processes that started, or some other that already started that continued in the way that we wanted to. So maybe it will seem for others that that's just a ceremony and you can change anything or something. There is actual value in my speech and speech in all of us that were there, that happened before, and it's still happening. There are some processes that's still happening and will happen in next 1, 2, 3, or I don't know, 5 years, because this fight is not a sprint. This is a marathon, and we need to be prepared for everything. Okay, yeah, I had like 3 minutes to give a speech, and that was really beautiful, and I said a lot of things and everything, but that was just when I thought that this is the end. That was just the beginning, and that's kind of beautiful. So I would encourage everyone, if you have these mechanisms, then use them. But if you don't have, well, there is an uphill battle that you need to win. You fight for these mechanisms and try. There is nothing that you can lose, and there is, I don't know how many things that you can accomplish. So that's kind of my experience.
Yeah, there's no discussion whether you're supposed to get moving or not. Like, there's nothing to lose and there's a lot to accomplish. So the choice is clear. And definitely changes take a lot of time, and it's a long process. It's a heavy process as well, but it's important for some things, and sometimes for a change to happen, it's only important for someone to say something in the first place. And what you mentioned, like, it doesn't matter if the Prime Minister will actually, directly do something immediately or not. The most important part is that we talked about something, and that you talked about something that was on your mind and on your chest for a long time. And that's really crucial. And how encouraged are we through schools, faculties, and these educational institutions to actually take part in such events, to communicate with the decision makers and to actually question the authorities that we have?
Unfortunately, it's really small percentage of these type of institutions that encourage you to kind of have a critical opinion at first, and after that everything else, and that's kind of devastating, for everyone, not just young people. That's devastating for the whole society, because you are building some type of society that there is no critical opinions, there is no freedom of speech. All types of media are not free to express themselves. You cannot transfer information to all the people, and you cannot transfer true information to all the people. That's kind of the most important things that you need to have for, I will say, for an average life. Not some specific, some great life quality. No, that's kind of, maybe that's minimum, if you want to live in a society that wants to become, kind of leading society, that wants to follow the trends from the countries that are leading in all these things. And I see this problem, but also I see the resolution for this problem. I see the answer, and of course, the answer is young people, youth. You can start. Of course, there is prime minister, there is mayor, and everything, other ministers, and you can talk to them and everything. But I think that we need to make small steps, because if the whole system, it's made of really small parts. That's like a clock. There is mechanisms, and this mechanism doesn't work if even the smallest part isn't there. It's not working. So that's the most important thing. Of course, you can change if something, some big part break or something. You can change it, and mechanism will work. But I think that we need to start from the small steps, and it's like when I started with my own change. I took the small steps, and I was changing a little. I was making my bed every day and every night. I started to walk. I don't know. There's it's that type of small things that matters, and just because it's quote small, it doesn't mean that doesn't have a great impact on the whole society. Just like we said before, it's a long run, and we need to prepare ourselves, to prepare our energy, our resources for this long run. But when I transfer all this knowledge and experience to this concrete problem, I think that we need to start from the schools. We need to start from the places that we create people that we want to be created. At first, these are just kids. They say they are just kids. They don't know anything. Let them play and everything. Okay, yeah, let them play. But we need to teach them how to think, or how to play. You need to give them freedom to play when they are young, and after that you need to teach them how that play to bring to another level, so that can bring the change in the future. So I'm really trying in my own community to start from the elementary schools. There is obligations by the I don't know, some directors of the schools or something, to have the parliaments in elementary schools. Okay, let's start there. Let's teach the kids how to critically think. Let's educate them. Okay, so you have this social media and this social media and this social media. Let's see how you're using this social media. Let's see what is all the possibilities that you can have on this social media. And the most important thing is these kids, and after that young people, they don't know what are their rights. And after that, they don't know how to defend their rights. And I think that's the most crucial part, because they have rights. That's important. They don't know that they have rights. And, you start from this young age to think that I don't have rights, I don't have mechanisms to fight for myself or fight for anything. And, of course, that I will follow everything that somebody else tells me, and we are building some other society that's, it's not good for many people. So I think that we need to start educate kids from elementary school, and after that you go to high school. But when this kid become a teenager and get to high school, it's already educated, it's already prepared to change the world, to make some changes. Yes, of course, it's a small country, and maybe we think that we cannot change the world, but because of that we are a small country, we have examples of individuals from really, really small places that made a great impact on the whole world. but you need to start somewhere. So,
I mean, even the avalanches start from small balls of snow that start rolling, and they create these big things. So what is one piece of advice that you would give to young people that believe that, for example, they can't change much?
Ask questions. That's something that I started with. Ask questions on everything. There is no thing that is so certain that is you're like, I understand this, and that's there is no space for that to change or to upgrade or something. So the first thing, ask questions, and after that is seek for answers. Don't just ask question. That's not all. You are capable. If someone I haven't told you yet, you are really capable to find these answers. And what will you do after you find your answers? Well, take an action. Have this small step forward. Have this leap of faith. It's really risky, and you really don't know where will it lead you. But at the end, there is very, 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 very little that you can lose, and I really can't tell you how much you can gain from all of this. So that's kind of always.
Wow. Wow, that was, I felt inspired, and I hope our listeners have felt inspired too. Thank you so much for this conversation that we had. I think it was mind-opening, for me definitely, and I hope our audience feels the same way. Keep doing what you're doing. I think you're great at it. I am following you on social media, and therefore I know the amazing things that you are achieving every day. And I think we need more people like you within these type of things to motivate and inspire others the way you do. Thank you so much. And I hope we have a chance to talk again soon.
Thank you very much. It was really a privilege for me to be here because, of course, I know what are you doing and you're amazing. So, yeah, I really can't wait to do something else with you. So, be motivated, be inspired. And after all of this that we just said, smile. So what's the bad without a laugh, without a smile, without good company? So, yeah, smile and enjoy the life. And beside that, if you can, well, change the world.
Just a simple thing. Thank you so much. This is a good start of the, if you're listening this in the morning, this is a great way to start the day with these inspiring quotes and messages from Lazar. So thank you for listening to another episode of Youth Squad. Thank you for listening to Youth Squad. My name is Maria. The Youth Squad podcast series is recorded under a small-scale project in the field of youth called Voicehood of Youth, which will cover 4 topics: human rights, gender equality, European multiculturalism, inclusion and diversity, and active participation. The project is implemented within the Erasmus Plus program and is financed by the Swedish National Agency. Thank you for tuning in, and make sure you stay tuned for another episode.